Good morning, greetings and salutations from Costa Mesa, California. It's Justin Burtis here on a Saturday morning here on the VU softball field for day number 2 of the Golden Bay Collegiate League action here in Costa Mesa, California. It is a rematch on day 2 between the teams that played yesterday. So it will be the Wild and the Salty Waves going at it once again. So time then for the starting lineups, as the Waves will be batting first today, and they'll have these people all set up and ready to go, as Alina Foreman in right field leads off, followed by Malina Alifano at shortstop. Brooklyn House bats third from second base, with Allison Wolf, the third baseman, batting fourth. Kendi Thompson, center fielder, bats fifth. Dylan Tapia starts at first base. It hit 6. Bailey Brand Castilleja is catching, batting 7th. Batting 8th is Savannah Gatewood in left field. And Alex Garcia will be the DP for now in the 9 spot. And it will be Taylor Peacock pitching for the Salty Waves here in their second game of this tournament. Meanwhile, for the Wild, it'll be Jada Montoya as left fielder, batting first and playing left field. Batting second, McKenna DeHere in center field. Batting third, Harper Campanella at second base. Lily Rice is at shortstop and batting fourth. Austin Comstock is behind the plate, warming up with her battery mate as the catcher. Batting fifth. Batting sixth, Addison Myers at third base. Sophia Garcia gets the start here in game number 2. Bats seventh. Mackenzie Weiner, the first baseman, bats eighth. Leah Grafal is in right field, and Marina Egbert is the DH in the 10 spot. It was the Waves that got to Wanner in the game yesterday en route to an eventual 5-0 win. They jumped out early in that one, and no more runs were scored later in the game. So we'll see how this pans out with Sophia Garcia getting the start. She did not give up a run in the game yesterday. So here we go with Alina Foreman leading off for the Salty Waves, who are wearing their black uniforms today. The Wild in the white. First pitch is fouled away, and that makes the count 0-1. First pitch time at 10:02 here on this Saturday morning. Happy to have you on side, as that one in there for strike. 218 down the left field line, 215 down the right field line. Somewhere in between, out the center. No wind yesterday morning. It's the same today, cloudy and overcast as well, though that will clear up as that one's hit into the air to right field, and calling for it and making the catch will be Grifol, 1 away. Malina Alifano, the shortstop, now hits, wearing number 2 and batting in the second spot here for the Salty Waves. Looks at first pitch, and Grafal is going to move this time from right to left, and first pitch and an out for Alifano, and 2 down quickly for Garcia. That brings up Brooklyn House, the second baseman, part of a pair of the University of North Dakota players on this squad. That one misses high for a ball from Garcia, so it is 1-0. Garcia wearing the mask, right-handed pitcher, throws high for ball 2 on the heater. Infield, outfield straight away, though most of the center fielders have been playing a hair to the left of second base or more, leaving a gap in right center field, and that's where House is going to go. That's going all the way. 1 hop, 2 hops to the fence. She's on her way to second base, and she is in there standing up with a 2-out double. First hit of the game brings up Allison Wolf, the third baseman here for the Salty Waves. Wind up, and the pitch is on the outer half, a little above the belt though, so it is ball one to Wolf, wearing number 8. House, memory serves me right, had at least one extra base hit in yesterday's affair. That one's low and on the inner half. 2-0, favorable count for Wolf. Garcia wearing number 3. Rocks into the motion and gets one low at the knees on the outer half, and Wolf goes golfing for it, comes up empty. 2 balls and a strike. Runner on second, 2 outs here, top of the first. A calm and peaceful morning here in Costa Mesa. That one's going to be top right quadrant of the zone, called strike 2, even things up at 2-2. 2's wild with House at second. Top of the first. Pitch is on its way, cut on and miss. Runner up for strike 3, and a hit and a runner left on base for the Salty Waves. In the top of the first, that will take us to the bottom of the first, as we will see Taylor Peacock make her debut. Did not pitch yesterday, so she is out there for her first appearance of this tournament. And she will again take on the lineup of Jada Montoya, McKenna DeHeer, Harper Campanella, Lily Rice, Austin Comstock, Addison Myers, Sophia Garcia, Mackenzie Weiner, Leah Griffall, and Marina Egbert.
Pronouns on that and that is getting sticky.
Jada Montoya, the left fielder, digs in defensively for the Salty Waves. It is Bailey Brand-Castilleja behind the plate with Peacock over in the circle. First base held down by Dylan Tapia. Brooklyn House at second. Maliana Alifano at short. Allison Wolf at third. Left to right features Gatewood, Thompson, and Foreman. See if this wild elephant is a little more in step today after not being able to get a run across the board yesterday. First pitch from Taylor Peacock. That is a ball. Out of University of San Jose is the righty. Bends down, throws one, cutting across the plate for strike 1. That makes it 1-1. Out of Fast Pitch United, this is one of 4 leagues across the country. Most of them are in the eastern half of the state. So that's a swing and a miss for Montoya. Fastball down the middle of the plate and low. Just a couple of hairs above the dirt. And it's 1-2. Montoya, the left fielder, leading off here for the Wild. Waits, takes, hits, and gets one under the glove of the shortstop, Alifano, for a base hit. So each team with a hit, and that will bring up the center fielder, McKenna DeHeer. corner's end, already talking to bunt amongst the infield. Outfield, similar positions. Peacock with a bit of a stumble out of the box there in the circle. Looked like she wanted to step forward and then kind of took an awkward step, and so she took the other leg out to catch herself. Here she goes. Good pitch. Fastball low into the outside. And the batter Dahir did not go through, so it's ball one. One-oh. Here it comes. That one's hit right back over the pitcher into center field, and it'll be back-to-back base hits for the Wild. So Dahir with a solid crack off the bat there moves everybody forward 60 feet. And Peacock has seen two players get aboard in just 2 pitches each. Harper Campanella, the second baseman, now has a chance to put the Wild on the board for the first time in this tournament. Wearing number 13, the second baseman puts the bat on her right shoulder and gets ready. Peacock stares in for the sign to Brand Castilleja, those two working together. And the pitch is on the inside, took a little off of it, can't find the zone, so it is ball one. No outs here, bottom of the first. Inside fastball drop, but it missed the zone anyway. 2 balls, no strikes. Montoya at second, Dahir at first. Change up outer half. That one is called strike one. 2-1, but meanwhile, going from second to third is Jada Montoya. So a true stolen base puts him at the corners, brings a run just 60 feet away. And the ball makes it 3-1. Montoya at third, Dahir at first. Harper Campanella looking at a 3-1 count. Everything's been pretty low in the zone so far from Peacock, who rocks into the motion, kicks and deals. That's chopped right over third base. It's 1-0 Wild. And the runner Dahir will hold at second. Harper Campanella picks up an RBI to open the scoring here on this Saturday. Lily Rice, the shortstop, bounding in the cleanup role, still with 2 ducks on the pond here for the Wild. First pitch is outside for a ball. Good piece of hitting by Dahir. Finally got one a little up in the zone and was expecting something lower, so her downward swing hit it pretty hard up and over the third baseman, Allison Wolf. And that's stroke to left. It's going to get down, and it's going to be a single, and it's bases loaded as Wolf makes the cutoff. 4 batters, 4 singles for the Wild. Austin Comstock. First lefty in the lineup for the Wild with a chance to really blow this one open. Peacock in the crouch. Deals high and catches the outer half for strike one. With the red and white batting gloves matching her uniform nicely, Comstock hits it right to third. He's going to look and throw home, and Wolf will complete the 5-2 force out for out number 1. So we're getting the stats all caught up here. Addison Myers hit a grounder to first. Fro came home errantly, so an error scores one. So ground out by Sofia Garcia brings in another. A two-way single by Mackenzie Weiner puts two more on the board as we get to Leah Griffal. That one's hit to the right side, and will turn into a 4-free ground out to conclude the side as the Wild lead head into the second. So, top of the second, and it is 5-0 in favor of the Waves. You got 4 singles in a row, as that's a pitch from Garcia in there for a strike. Throwing to Kenny Thompson, the center fielder, playing from the University of Hawaii. 5 runs on 5 hits. Swing and a miss makes it strike 2. Montoya, DeHeer, Campanella, Rice, all with singles. Comstock reached on fielder's choice. Myers on a throwing error by the first baseman. Garcia ground out. Weiner with a 2 RBI single to clear the bases, putting us at 5-0. That's a ball for a 1-2 count to Thompson. A double by Brooklyn House in the first for the Salty Waves. Their only hit so far. Now looking for a reply. They won 5-0 yesterday. Now they trail by that score as that one misses for a ball. It is 2-2. Garcia kicks, steals. That one's popped up in the infield. Calling for it is third baseman Myers, and she's got it. 1 away. So you do ball and play. And pop fly. Batter out. Pop out. And just move the third baseman a little bit. There. Sure. Great. And then done. That brings up Dylan Tapia. Played catcher to start things out yesterday. Starts at first base here in the second game. And that will be a foul ball. Makes the count 0-2. Garcia throwing well here and now has a 5-run cushion to work with. In the top of the second, 1 out. Next pitch is popped up. That's going to be right side. It's in foul territory. Weiner running in the grass, and she's got it. Falls over but she is getting helped up. Appears to be okay, and an over-the-shoulder catch for Mackenzie Weiner. A foul out for out number 2.
Oops, I did something wrong.
What'd you do?
I think I struck her out.
Okay. There we are. Then a ball for this one. Bailey Brandcast-Leha, the catcher, now digs in. There was a 2-out double by House in the last inning with Strandon there. Can she get a 2-out rally going? Hits one left field, and she does with a single. Over to left field. The throw nicely handled off the hop by Montoya into second base. So 2 hits now for the Salty Waves. But yet to score a run, can Savannah Gatewood keep things going? The left fielder will come up for her first at-bat. Garcia winds, delivers outside. Right over the knees for strike 1 on the outer half of the plate. 2 outs here, top of the second. Runner on first. Infield, outfield, playing straight up with Weiner, the only one inside the base path. This is for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch on its way, hit, and the shortstop moved to her left, comes back to right, and the throw is across the diamond in time. Lily Rice was moving towards second, then had to slam on the brake with the left foot and was able to hop back to the right, glove it, throw across the diamond in time. Another hit and another runner left on base for the Salty Waves has them trailing 5 runs as we head to the bottom of the second. Marina Egbert leads off the bottom of the second here for the Wild. She actually pitched for both teams yesterday, but looks like she will be just with her team, the Wild, here today. Takes a ball that tailed off the right side of the plate from Taylor Peacock. We had a couple of nice pitches to Montoya to start the game, and then it was a hit parade from there, looking to settle in and work the zone. That one's in there on the right side for strike 1. Bit of a slider there from number 4, cutting away from the right-handed hitting Egbert. Crouch stance for Egbert, who wears number 16 on this Wild side. Fouls that one off the hop into the fence in front of her dugout. A ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Peacock gets back on the stripe. Rolls it forward, and that one's hitting in the gap in right center field. That's going to be at least 1. It's going to be 2 as the ball just hits the fence. Egbert will chug on over there and end up standing there safely for a leadoff double. Second double of the game. So then line drive, and then double, and then just move like the center fielder to that right center area right there. Yep. And there we go. Second double of the game, but the first for the Wild, who had all singles in the first, and they're back to the top of the order. Jada Montoya, who led off with a single over to the left side in inning number 1, takes a ball. 1-0, bouncing forward. Peacock gets it under the knees for ball 2. Right-hander, puts the right leg on the rubber, bowls it, and that's down the right field foul line for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on the foul. Two-one count for Montoya, digs back in. Leah Grafal is thrown on a batting helmet and is now playing first base coach for the Wild as they try and bat around again. Low and inside, 3-1. As Peacock tried that little bit of a inside breaking ball, spinning it towards the right-handed hitter. And just missed the top corner of the plate. 3-1, favor to Montoya. She hits it on the ground, right side. And it will be a 3 unassisted ground out, as fielding it cleanly on the backhand was Dylan Tapia. But over to third goes Egbert. 1 out. Great. McKenna DeHere, 1 for 1 so far with a single. She was thrown out on a ground ball, going home, hits that one right back up the middle, and that will be 6-0 as Egbert crosses home plate. So 2 trips to the plate and 2 singles for McKenna DeHere. First pitch from Peacock. She reaches up, has it, looks to second, gets 1, and that's all they're going to get. So Harper Campanella swings at the first pitch, hacks it straight down, and Peacock helps her own cause, getting the lead runner. 1-6, 2 outs.
What would you call that?
That's throwing error. First choice.
Okay.
Right. Pitch. Play. Ground ball. Air. All right, and 5-3. Send ball in play. So 2 outs and a ground ball turns into an error as Brooklyn House makes the bad throw over to first, put 2 on, but Garcia will head out with a 6-0 lead as then Comstock hits a grounder to third base and Wolf completes the out. So it's 6-0 headed to the bottom of the second. Well, the Salty Waves need to find their bats from yesterday. They were up 5-0 early, held on to win. Now they find themselves down 6-0 here in the bottom of the second. Sofia Garcia. Ball goes high in front of her face, and then she comes through with the right arm and throws it high and outside for ball one. It's Alex Garcia hitting for the Salty Waves. They're DH, and it's back to the top of the lineup. Hit right back up the middle, and that is going to be an out. Yeah, okay. That should be. Oh shoot! Are we? So that, was Foreman leading off. So top of the order for the Waves. Ground out to short. Gets it going for the Wild defensively. That one for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alfano, who hit a fly out to right field her first time up. And she waits for it and puts it in the air. This is going to be in foul territory. Wayner, first base side, gloves it. And it will be out number 2. We've made a couple of catchers in foul territory today, has Wayner. That will bring up Brooklyn House, who's 1 for 1 with a double. Hit left side and foul territory. Caught. And so Brooklyn House puts it into foul territory. And this time it's first baseman Addison Myers who hauls it in. 3 up, 3 down. Takes us to the top of the third. Excuse me, to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, Addison Myers, Sofia Garcia, and Mackenzie Wayner leading off here for the Wild. Peacock trying to now hold the Wild without a run, as it has been back-to-back innings with runs scored, a 5 spot, and then a single run in the second. Makes it 6-0 in the bottom of the third. Myers reached on the throwing error by the first baseman Tapia on a play coming to the plate. That's outside for a ball. Ball on the right hip, and here it comes. A foul off to the right. A ball and a strike. To Myers. She did score in that first inning. 0 for 0 for run in. Hits it right side. Looper in foul territory is caught by Tapia. So for the first time in these 2 and a bit, it is Peacock who gets the first batter out in an inning. It had been a leadoff single from Montoya and Egbert with a leadoff double last inning. Perhaps a positive for the San Jose pitcher. Fastball outside. Can't quite find the outer edge. 1-0. Garcia, the pitcher, looking for her first hit of the day. Was a ground out victim her first time up. Bat almost parallel with the dirt behind her. She swings and misses. 1-1. Sun starting to peek through the clouds here in Costa Mesa as that one is tipped and off the catcher, Brand Castilleja. And she will get up and get checked out by your teammates to make sure she is all right. It's foul tip. Caught her on the right leg. Courtesy brush off the home plate to give her a moment to work it off. By our home plate umpire. Count is 1-2. Brand Castilleja back in the crouch. Peacock ready to go. Riser missed upstairs. 2-2. Warm up to the mid-70s, might get into the 80s today here in SoCal, at least by the ocean. That one to the right center gap is going to get caught just into the outfield grass by the second baseman, Brooklyn House, who turned to her right shoulder and got just a couple steps onto the grass and tracked down the low liner for out number 2. So Garcia 0 for 2 from the plate, but she has a 6-0 lead from the circle. And Wayner had a 2 RBI single her first time up and lances that one into the fencing for strike 1. Peacock brings it square and throws her fastball under the knees, makes it 1-1. Griffon on deck for the West Coast Wild. The next offering is just off the top right part of the zone. 2-1. Bit of an open stance here from Wayner, kicking the leading left leg out a bit. Swings and hits it right back to Peacock, and the pitcher will, for the first time in this game, set him down in order as she throws on to first to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we are through 3 innings here in Costa Mesa. 6-0, the Wild on top of the Waves. So we'll have a change in the circle, as it will be Marina Egbert taking her spot in the circle for the West Coast Wild. Sofia Garcia, 3 innings, 2 hits, and a strikeout. And technically on tap for the win. And now it will be top of the 4th, Allison Wolf to lead it off. Egbert brings it down, brings it set, and Wolf tees one up into left field. First pitch, first out. And Wolf, a strikeout in the first. Now a flyout victim, 0 for 2, bringing up Kennedy Thompson, who had a couple hit day yesterday. Batting here in the 5th spot, popped up to 3rd, her first time at the plate. Swings at that off-speed pitch, strike 1. Change up that slowly rolled from our left to right across home plate. And Thompson was way out in front of that one. Time asked for by Thompson to get herself set. Egbert puts it to the right side, then brings it square at the belt and delivers strike number 2. This one looking on the inner half. The next one, there's that off-speed pitch. Kind of just didn't move. High off-speed, not a ton of spin, and Thompson patient to hold that extra second before connecting with it. Fouls it off, stays alive. 0-2, here it comes. Fastball that she shoots high behind us for a foul. Egbert well ahead, a count, 0-2, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for the pitchers for the West Coast Wild. And that was low and right about the knees down the middle of the plate, and Thompson over the top of it, couldn't connect with the timing. Out number 2, Dylan Tapia, the first baseman. Stands in here, top of the 4th, 2 gone. First pitch at the belt, strike 1. Just a little right of center of home plate. Egbert rolls into their next pitch, and that is fired. Foul off the screen. Rebounds all the way behind first base into shallow right field. But it's Egbert who's ahead, 0-2. Black, orange, and red bat here for Tapia. Waiting and swings and shoots it foul straight behind us. Egbert with a new ball. A lot of fouls here in this half inning so far, and that one is bouncing on terra firma into the catcher. Comstock handles it. The next pitch is hit right side, foul again. This one staying in the confines of the VU softball field. Which, not that it'll matter to most of you viewing, but our new scoreboard out there in center will get another new addition, as they added a couple I-beams to the top, so they should be able to add the Vanguard softball brand to the top of the scoreboard, which will help complete the look. That one shot back up the middle, and diving but not making the play in time. She wasn't going to get there, was Lily Rice. And a 2-out single for Tapia, the 3rd hit of the game for the Salty Waves. One in the first, a double, a single in the second, and now the 4th, but no one has advanced after they've gotten a hit. That will get up to Bailey Brand Castilleja, who had that first single. It came in the second, so she's 1 for 1. Plants her feet, takes the first pitch. High and a little outside for a ball. Egbert has the sign. Brings it home, and that's hit to right center field. It's going to get past the second baseman on the line, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. And this is going to be a double for Brand Castilleja. And holding at third base was Tapia. So that is back-to-back hits. Finally, Salty Waves string something up with 2 outs, and now they have 2 runners in scoring position. Egbert goes low, comes up, and throws a nice spinning fastball on the inside for strike 1. She kind of popped up and changed the arm angle in her stance as she threw that one. Nice delivery. Now throws the same pitch outside, but can't find it. 1-1. Next one, hit foul. Left side. Ball and 2 strikes. Two on, 2 out here, top of the 4th, 6-0. This would help the Salty Waves greatly if they could get one, if not both on. Egbert drops in a drop ball in the inner half, but a little too in. 2-2. Egbert's next offering is hit foul. Left side. So Savannah Gatewood fighting hard to cut into the score here. Deficit is 6 at the moment. And the 2-2 pitch is on its way again. Swing and a miss. High off speed, and Gatewood went for it. And that will retire the side. 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, but no runs as the shutout is preserved. Headed to the bottom of the 4th next. Leah Griffal will lead off here for the West Coast Wild. Peacock still pitching for the Waves. Pitches outside for a ball. 1-0. Is still a mercy rule. So even though this is mostly for development, there's a championship to play for. And if you, as that one misses for ball 2. If it's 8 after 5, that would still do it. As the Crush proved yesterday, winning 8-0. That one hit right field, dropping under the glove of the right fielder Foreman, and Grifol is into second with a bloop double. That will bring up the current pitcher for the Wild, Marina Egbert, with a runner in scoring position. This is bottom of the 4th, which would put that rule into play here, as that's taken for a strike if the Wild were to score 2 more here in this inning. Peacock, next one skips in. A ball and a strike. Games running from now through July 10th to 13th, which are the playoffs. So a couple of weeks of action here on the softball field. That one outside, fastball in the zone. Makes it 1-2. And it's back to the top of the lineup here for the Wild after this one. So Jaden Montoya is on deck. Low and outside, skimming the surface. 2-2. Next pitch is grounded foul, and that will skip all the way into the left field corner. 2-2. For those in attendance, sunscreen coming out as the sun has cleared off the morning overcast clouds. It'll be sunny and warm the rest of the day. It's been warm bats for the Wild, who lead 6-0. With 7 hits so far, that's 1 slashed foul. The 8th hit of the day was that double by Grifol. Set. Peacock, and that's lifted to left center field, but it will be tracked down. Waiting for it and making the catch is Thompson. Runner holds. 1 out. So Egbert 1 for 2 now after her double in the second. Back to the top of the lineup. Montoya with a ground down in the second, a single in the first, and a stolen base. That one off a hop. Ball 1. It's Montoya moving the bat behind her head. Waits and hits right side. Fair ball. Tapia gloves it, finds it again, and tags the runner in time for out number 2, keeping herself from getting her second error of the day. But the runner moves to third. Grifol now 60 feet away from making it 7-0. Duty will go to McKenna DeHeer, who has 2 singles so far in the game, 2 for 2. Picked up an RBI her last time up in the second. So much better day here for her after a fruitless effort from the plate for the lineup as a team. That will miss inside for a ball. Tahir kicks the left leg out, brings it square, takes ball 2. As Peacock pushes it outside. Here's the next pitch. That one is high and outside as well. So 3 straight balls to Tahir. And Harper Campanella is on deck. Part of the Lewis Clark crew on this squad. 3-0 becomes a walk. First walk of the day. And her teammate now will come to the plate. Campanella reached on a fielder's choice in the second. And it had a RBI single to open the scoring back in the first. So they're at the corners now for the Wild. And she hits the first pitch through on the left side between the 5-6 hole. Make it 7-0 in favor of the Wild. 2 RBIs today for Campanella, as Grafal easily scores first and second for Lily Rice. The shortstop reached on an error in the second and had an RBI single in the first. Swain's first pitch, that's foul territory for strike 1. Rice going opposite field again. Quite a large patch of grass open in right center. Can she find it? She won't swing at that pitch. Makes it 1-1. Peacock can't find the zone. Here it comes. Hit left side to the shortstop. And Alfano will go to second to get the out. That will do it in the bottom of the fourth. 7-0 after 4 innings here in Costa Mesa. And that will be a throw over to first and a ground out. Wait. There we go. Then do that. So Sophia Garcia has gone to right field. Kenzie Wayner is now DH. Comstock is now at first. And coming in from right field is Leigh Griffal to catch. And it was a quick ground out for Foreman. Alifano 0 for 2. Fly out and a foul out. Egbert brings it home high on the rise ball. Egbert brings it home high again. Ball 2. Well, in the zone, and a 3-0 count becomes a 4-pitch walk. Alifano, 1 out. Base runner for Brooklyn House. The first time this game that the Salty Waves haven't had a 2-out base runner. But now it will become a 2-out base runner as House's lawn 5 ball is hurriedly tracked down by Montoya. She started in her normal position in left field and ran almost into the infield as that one came hurtling back down towards the ground. But it is a ground out, or excuse me, a fly out for out number 2. So House now 1 for 3 with a double. 0 for 2 is Allison Wolf. And Wolf sees that pitch go high and wide for all down to first. Gets away for a moment from Comstock, the new first baseman. Trying to pick off Alifano, who's in there safely. Egbert's next delivery. Hit, little pop fly into shallow right field. It falls down. Alifano decided to slam on the brakes, almost shy of second base for some reason, but the blooper from Wolf, her first hit of the game, a walk and a hit puts 2 on. For Kennedy Thompson, center fielder pop out and a strikeout victim.
Oscar, it's supposed to be for fun. You're not coaching. You're not in the game. Relax. Stop running.
Egbert winds up. And a bunt right back to the pitcher. Surprise bunt, and the coverage isn't there. Bunt single for Kennedy Thompson. Figuring no one would bunt with 2 outs and 2 on. And the second baseman, Harper Campanella, a little slow off the sound of the crack to get over to first. It was a fine read by Comstock, crashing from the first base position. Just her nor Egbert had anyone to throw it to.
I know the game very well, but I also know
you didn't teach her well.
chirping at the girls does not make them better.
I'm not chirping. I'm chirping at you. Okay?
No, you're chirping at them.
Dylan Tapia, the single and a foul out. Wind up and a big swing and a miss for Tapia. Single last time up in the 4th against Egbert. Next offering, she pops it up. Shallow right center field could be trouble, but it's going back, and the second baseman Campanella has it for a pop-up. 2 hits and the bases left loaded. That won't help the Salty Waves cause today. They now have stranded 7 runners and trail 7-0 entering the bottom of the 5th. Bellevue, the starter from yesterday, now takes the place of Peacock, who is on tap for the loss at the moment. Bellevue, first pitch, running right through the top part of the zone for strike one. On Austin Comstock, reach on fielder's choice and a ground out. Swings at the second one and fouls it to the fencing. 0-2. Bottom fifth, and that is low for ball, 1-2. And the next one is fouled straight back, keeping the count at 1-2. And that one hit on the ground left side, and the throw is not in time as Wolf was just dribbling too slow over there on the left side of the infield. And that should also that brings up Addison Myers. First pitch to her, swing and a miss. Garcia waiting on deck. Myers reach on air and fouled out. Falls behind 0-2. Bellevue for the second batter in a row gets the first two strikes. Kicks into the motion, and that's a slapper shortstop. They'll go to second for one. Relay will not be in time. Sophia Garcia now with one out. So Garcia reaches on a fielder's choice there, and some chaos as she popped up in the infield, came back down, and the dive of Bran Castilleja, who has moved back to first base and switched with Tapia behind the plate. Couldn't come up with it, and then the third baseman threw to shortstop, getting the runner going to second. Now on the way to second and gets in there safely on a wild pitch. Wayner lays off. A ball and two strikes. Wayner swing and misses, and Bellevue has a strikeout to leave one on base, a hit, and one runner left on base. We're through 5, 7-0. All right, top of the 6. The top of the 6, and we have our should be our final change, as Wayner now pitching for the Wild, replacing Egbert, who goes to DH. Pitch is outside for a ball. We're here. Congratulations, you're now broadcasting for a minute.
Okay, is it on?
Yeah.
That one's popped up to left field and caught for the first out.
And we're right here.
Savannah Gatterwood stepping up to bat. That one's grounded out to left field. And she's safe at first base. First one's high for a ball. That one's popped up. And caught by second. Elena Foreman made the run and is safe at second base for a stolen base. Count is 1-0. Swing and a miss.
What's the count?
I know I think it was 2-2. Yeah. Little bunt, and the pitcher picks it up and tosses it over to first base for the out.
What the hell? Yeah.
Who's up right now? Okay. A swing and a miss for Leah Griffel. And she strikes out, swinging. That one's flied out to right field, and right fielder runs over and makes the catch easy.
So Griffel strikes out. Egbert flies out to right. Next pitch from Bellevue. That was on the inner half. A ringer up, strike free. 2 Ks in the inning. And we are through 6 here in Costa Mesa. Headed to the top of the 7th. It is 7-0. Brooklyn House will lead it off here. Top of the 7th, Salty Waves chasing 7. They need at least that to keep it going, or 8 to walk it off. It is against Wayner, who saw an error give a base runner, but that was it. First pitch in there for a strike. House, a double in the first, fly out and a foul out since then. 1 for 3. It'll be House, Wolf, and Thompson. 2 up here in the top of the 7th. First pitch turned on, but foul. Our next pitch, as you say, is that the second pitch of the at-bat, and it's now 0-2. House digs back in. Bat behind her head. And the 0-2 from Wayner. Floater just misses high. Tried to pull the string back on the yo-yo. Couldn't get Wolf to chase. And the next offering is reach for and sent foul. Back behind us. Weiner has her eyes on the sign, and her pitch comes home. It's a grounder to shortstop. Wolf is chugging hard. The throw is going to pull Comstock off the base. So an infield single for Brooklyn House. She would have beat the throw even if it was on target. Next pitch is ripped into left field, so back-to-back singles. As Allison Wolf goes from 0 for 2 to 2 for 4 with hits now in the 5th and the 7th. Kendi Thompson popped a bunt single, surprisingly, on the defense with 2 outs last time up. She could do the same trick here. Isn't showing it now. Swings fully and fouls it fully. Finding the pavement in the parking lot off to our left. Wayner has a new softball in her mitt. And her pitch is outside. Heater for a ball. 1-1. Here she comes. A little pop-up behind shortstop and waiting for it. Really Rice making the catch. Throw back across the diamond is to no one in particular. That will allow base runners to go forward freely. And they're at second and third. So Thompson, the first out, but now runners at second, third for Dylan Tapia. Tapia swings, hits it right to Rice, who looked to second. No one's there for a forced out. And instead, it will go to first. And a 6-3 ground out will make it 2 gone, but an RBI for Tapia. We'll put the Salty Waves on the board. It is 7-1 here in the top of the 7th. Leaving it all to do for Bailey Brancastelleja to keep the train moving. Wayner comes home and misses inside.